Let's get the international perspective on what are huge stories going on at the moment. Where do we start?
Prue, I'm going to start out with the Washington Post. Continued bloodshed in Syria, and questions are being asked about the credibility of the Arab League observer force in that country at the moment. The Washington Post headline there, you can see, Arab League needs to tell the truth about Syria. Now, the paper says the hopes of Syrians depend on this mission, and that, and I quote, is a very thin reed, according to the paper. Only 66 observers are present, much fewer than expected. And the observer chief, Sudan's General Mustafa al-Dabi, is linked, the paper reports, to genocide in Darfur. A Lebanese paper is raising those questions on its front page. L'Orient Le Jour is asking if the observers are bogus witnesses. And there you can see the headline there, Les observateurs arabes, des faux témoins en Syrie. False witnesses, faux témoins. And General al-Dabi on Wednesday described the situation in Homs as reassuring. Human Rights Watch, in contrast, is saying hundreds of prisoners were taken out of sight in Homs to places where the observers can't go. Now, the photo in that paper is of a video posted on YouTube, reportedly of defecting soldiers firing on Syrian troops near Deraa. Now, I turn to the Syrian press for the official message from Damascus. Al-Fara, a Syrian government paper, is saying the French and Americans don't like this from the mission in Syria. They reject those initial conclusions because they've decided the outcome in advance. That Syrian paper is saying each time doubts are raised about the Syrian government, whether they're responsible or not for the killings, then those countries will automatically reject and criticize those doubts.
Meantime, Syria is a huge story, but we mustn't forget about Iraq, where extraordinary things are happening politically.
A major political crisis is unfolding. Now, US troops left 2 weeks ago, and already there's a major standoff between political figures. There's fears of an early election, civil war. This is the cartoon in the USA Today's International edition. It shows a man calling the garage who's just sold him a car. That's Uncle Sam's Motors, and there, if you look closely, hey, my car broke down. That's right, as soon as I left the showroom. The Americans quit 2 weeks ago, of course. Now, the Khaleej Times in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates has taken a Newsweek piece which is headlined, Iraq, brittle and on the brink. Now, it says that at least the Nixon administration got something of a decent interval before North Vietnam betrayed the American strategy of exit from Southeast Asia. Now, it's saying that this time around, the Obama administration has failed to get that from the Iraqis, with PM Nouri al-Maliki attacking his political foes before the last American troops have crossed the line into Kuwait.
It was extraordinarily fast, wasn't it? 24 hours and everything changed. Meantime, of course, the other big story of this week, Pyongyang.
Yes, we saw live footage yesterday, but was it live? That's the question in The Guardian. It has a huge photo piece called North Korea Weeps for Kim Jong-il with military precision. You can see those photos there. And the reporter says there was loads of natural light at the end of the TV feed, but at the same time it had gone dark in Seoul in South Korea, raising doubts about whether this was indeed live. Now, the paper says the funeral was meticulously choreographed in the epic style the Der leader loved, and the falling snow, apparently, was, the North Koreans were told, were tears being shed for the dead dictator. That's in a piece called Hollywood in North Korea. There you can see that by David Cohen. And sticking with Asia, I saw a piece in the China Daily, not for the new year. Now, it's not for the 1st of January. It's actually for the 23rd of January. And it's going to be the year of the dragon. And the China Daily is saying this is going to be an auspicious year. It says Beijing wants radical cooperation and not fierce competition. And that's the recipe to bring abundance, Prudence. Let's see if that happens.
That would be lovely. Nicholas, thank you.